Sports. It's in the game.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Throwing Jones. And incomplete to open things up. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. He can't get him down. Well, a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. You look at this Raiders defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Owens. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Uche was used sparingly, less than 40% of the Patriots snaps, yet still authored a breakthrough season with 11.5 sacks. I would best believe his usage is going to skyrocket this season.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't it speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Patriots coming out now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Now 3rd down and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones. Quick completion to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw again. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 2nd down and 6 now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. A great effort there. High in the air to bring it in. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Jones on 1st and 10. Now a short one to Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. 7 yards there and a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this 35-0 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking it about the 36. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Down the sideline he goes. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 201 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Jones now. Off play action. And the Raiders have got him. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. This one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Jones throwing on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Here's Jones on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Las Vegas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance.
EA Sports. It's in the game.